as the bill to force the release of the Epstein case files heads to the president's desk.
The only thing that will speak to the powerful, courageous women behind me is when action is actually taken to release these files, and the American people won't tolerate any other.
So after passing through both chambers of Congress Tuesday with just one dissenting vote, President Trump has previously said he would sign it. Some senators are skeptical about how this administration will handle it after he signs.
Now the next question is, will Trump use some other maneuvers in an effort to deny the information to the public that's required by the statute? We'll see, but I don't trust Trump on that.
Joining me now, Lisa Phillips and Charlene Richard, two survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. Thank you guys for being here this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It must have been wild to be standing there knowing that there was one dissenting vote, meaning all that time, upwards of 200 people could have joined in on this fight. How are you thinking about the vote this morning?
The vote's amazing. I mean, we are one step closer.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the files that could be released, because if this, once the president signs it, and now DOJ has to release things, that could be flight logs, emails, messages. What is it that you want to see, Charlene? I know people have been talking about the idea of a list.
So, yes, when everybody keeps talking about a list, and it's not a list, it's actually files. And what I'm hoping that they're going to see is accountability is going to be taking place, and also what happened behind everything and how this works, so that we can prevent this from happening to other girls and young boys. Again, this is an operation. This is more than just a list.
Can you talk about that as an operation? What do you mean by that?
Well, there were many layers of it. So just connecting the dots, really, of the survivors and being on the island, being in the New York City house, being on Zorro Ranch, being overseas, and then with the wealthy, powerful men that were also involved, flight logs, and just all the information that's out there that is in the files. There isn't actually, like she said when I stood up there,
yeah,
and I said, we have the list, we can release the list. It was like a power move to say, if you're not going to do it, we'll do it. Because there's hundreds of us survivors that have also connected the dots as well, and we've given that information over to the proper authorities. But it was their responsibility to handle that.
You've got a DOJ that, spent a couple months redacting the president's name from the files. You had the conversation between Todd Blanche and Ghislaine Maxwell. Now she's at a lower security prison. Do you trust this DOJ to release everything, to handle these files well going forward?
Yes and no. I'm hoping that they're going to do the right thing and release everything, especially even just our own files, so we know what just happened to us. We don't need the world to know, but we really do want proof that this actually happened to us, and we do have some of that within the Black Book and things like that, but we just want proof that this happened to us as well in many different ways. And we want to help other girls that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, it's confusing to us what happened to us back then, because we don't have all the answers. We're still, even up to every time that we come together, finding out more information. And a new survivor comes forward, it has a picture of us from that time. And so it's just a confusing thing for us collectively. So we want the files as well, just to know our complete story.
It's interesting, in the PSA that was released recently, you guys are holding images of yourself at that age. And I have to ask, given the comments, I think it was a kind of high-profile podcaster saying, look, 15 isn't 5. Calling this person a pedophile is somehow like we're talking about the story the wrong way. Did you want to show people that that age is young, and does that affect how people think of this as a crime?
Well, a lot of people don't understand that we're all mothers now. So we want to do this for our younger self, but a lot of us, I think all of us, have children the exact same age we were. So it's a different thing, and this is very common with serial predators. Even just like the cases of like with Cosby and Weinstein, a lot of times you don't realize what happened to you until you see your child.
Because you
And
realize
for-
just how young they are.
Oh, I have a 14-year-old child, and a lot of the survivors we were with yesterday were abused at 14. And I look at my child like, this is an innocent little kid. Like, how is that possible that, someone like Ghislaine Maxwell walked up to this 14-year-old and was able to pull them into this, scheme? It's just heartbreaking to us. So it's a greater sense of realization for all of us when you see your child at that age.
And we showed those pictures because looking at us now, we're adults.
Yeah.
So to be able to get the impact that we wanted, like, this is us at this age, this is me. And it just shows, okay, this is what I looked like. I didn't look like an older woman now. So instead of it just makes more of an impact to show that. I mean, my daughter, she knows how to use TikTok, and if somebody comes to her on the street like, oh, you want to do a TikTok? Oh, sure. Your brain is not fully developed at that age, and you literally believe almost everything you see. Especially with AI and Sora now, all the kids they believe this, and we don't know what is truth and what is fact.
I think there's some irony in that, Epstein, reportedly used your friendships against each other, used your friendships to draw you in to this circle of abuse, and then your friendships are what is maybe helping you get out of this. I don't want to armchair psychologist, but what has that been like?
That is a full circle, yes, because the only way that Jeffrey was able to abuse was through women. Ghislaine, other women at model agencies. We know we were models, so we know it was a lot of women sending Jeffrey young girls, and then also the girls bring in their own friends, or you can get out of this if you bring other girlfriends from your high school.
And it makes it feel like it's your fault, right? Like you're carrying that for all those years.
Yeah, we did that for a reason. That's a way of just trapping you.
But what's interesting to also answer your question is, yes, the girls were kind of pinned against each other, but when we come together now, we honestly are survivor sisters.
Yeah.
We all love each other so much. It's like we've had so much trauma since that, and we don't hold it against each other. We actually love each other more for it. Like Lisa feels like my sister instead of just another friend that I had previously. So it's a different bond. I can't explain it, but it's different. It's amazing.
I'm glad you have it.
Well, that's why that win last night, sitting in the house and watching them all fight for us, looking at us and being like, we've got you. It was so it was so amazing.
The representatives were like giving us hearts and waving at us, and it was just, oh my gosh,
it was
the
overwhelming.
most amazing feeling.
It was only one person who was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Only one. I was
There's
like,
always
how is
one.
that possible?
Before I let you go, does this president owe you an apology or a visit or a signing ceremony?
Oh, we would love that. We want to feel seen and heard by him as well. We do.
Are you going to get it?
We don't know. I mean, it's up to him. He has to say yes or no. We've put ourselves out there, and if he wants to do that with us, that would be great.
Okay, well, Lisa Phillips, Charlene Richard, you guys are really brave to keep coming out and talking about this in this day and age. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
All right, and if you missed any part of that conversation, any part of our show, you want to catch up later, we're a podcast. I'd love for you to scan the QR code now so you can listen, share it. CNN This Morning is available anywhere you get your podcasts.